Hello viewers. World Water Day is celebrated on the 22nd of March every year. Each year, UN Water organizes the celebrations and awareness campaign based on a theme related to water supply, water demand, or pollution of water. This year, the UN has decided to organize the 2023 Water Conference held in New York from the 22nd to the 24th of March 2023. So let's look at World Water Day, the theme for this year, and how as individuals and as a community we can help in conserving water and participating in World Water Day. The theme for World Water Day 2023 is Be the Change You Want to See in the World. World Water Day 2023 asks people to be the change you want to see in the world. Using an ancient story from the Quechua people in Peru of a hummingbird who carries drops of water to put out a great forest fire, the campaign encourages people to do what they can to help solve the water and sanitation crisis. Now let's look at what is World Water Day. Every year on the 22nd of March, World Water Day raises awareness and inspires action to tackle the water and sanitation crisis. It's a United Nations Observance coordinated by UN Water and led by one or more UN Water members and partners with a related mandate. The theme is proposed in advance by UN Water and is aligned with the annual publication of the UN World Water Development Report, published by UNESCO on behalf of UN Water, with its production coordinated by the UNESCO World Water Assessment Program. Now, why is there an observance on World Water Day? Here are some key facts on water related to pollution, supply, and demand. 1.4 million people die annually, and 74 million people will have their lives shortened by diseases related to poor water, sanitation, and hygiene. Today, 1 in 4 people, that is around 2 billion around the world, lack safe drinking water, and almost half of the global population, 3.6 billion people, lack safe sanitation. 494 million people around the world still practice open defecation due to limited availability, inaccessibility, poor maintenance, or lack of cultural appropriateness. Nearly 1/4 of the world's population work or get treated in clinics or hospitals where the water supply is more than a 30-minute walk or queue, or is drawn from unprotected sources like springs, rivers, ponds, etc. Globally, 44% of household wastewater is not safely treated and flows back into nature without the harmful content removed. Wetlands are being drained for agriculture, with more than 50% lost since 1900. Global water demand in water withdrawals is projected to increase at 55% by 2050, mainly because of growing demands from manufacturing. 72% of all water withdrawals are used by agriculture, 16% by municipalities for households and services, and 12% by industries. Power plant cooling is responsible for 43% of total freshwater withdrawals in Europe, which can lead up to more than 50% in several countries, nearly 50% in the United States of America, and more than 10% of the national water cap in China. Only 24 countries report that all their transboundary basins are covered by cooperation arrangements. Now, with all these percentages out of the way, let's really look at what is the global water and sanitation crisis. When we talk about the global water and sanitation crisis, it can be difficult to visualize it. Facts and statistics are important, but they can be impersonal and fail to motivate people to take action. So what would it look like if we applied the same to a community of just 100 people? In this community, 25 people would have to collect unsafe water from a stream or pond, often far away, or queue for hours and pay a high price to a vendor. The water would regularly make them so sick they couldn't go to work or school. 22 people out of that 100 would either have no choice but to go to the toilet in the streets, bushes, or fields, or to use unhygienic and dysfunctional latrines. 44 people would live in areas vulnerable to disease because their wastewater and feces flowed back into nature without being treated. Around half of the wetlands around the community would have been lost in recent decades, increasing the risk of flooding. 22 people in this community would either work in or receive care at a healthcare facility that has no basic water service, placing them at heightened risk of infectious diseases. Agriculture and industry nearby a water source would take 80% of the available water. Due to climate change, droughts would increasingly hit water resources and food supply. Floods will threaten to destroy water and sanitation facilities and contaminate water resources. The community would unlikely have a cooperation agreement with neighboring communities to share and protect water. Now this year, the UN has decided to undertake a 2023 World Water Conference. Now what is the UN 2023 conference designed to do? The UN 2023 Water Conference is the first such event since 1977. It is a once-in-a-generation opportunity for the world to unite around water and accelerate change towards achieving SDG number 6, Water and Sanitation for All by 2030. The conference is designed to bring many different types of stakeholders together to commit to new partnerships and promises that will result in rapid action. These commitments will form the water action agenda to drive progress into the future. Now that we've learned what is the Water Conference, what is World Water Day, and the key statistics and implications of the water and sanitation crisis, what can you and I do to help accelerate change when it comes to mitigating issues? There are 3 ways that we can get involved in 2023's World Water Day: learn, share, and act. Let's look at each of these steps. Learn. Explore the water and sanitation crisis and read inspirational stories from around the world at www.worldwaterday.org. Delve into UN Water's water facts. Read the UN World Water Development Report, launched on 22nd March, and find out about the themes to be discussed at the UN 2023 Water Conference. Look into the water and sanitation issues in your country or region via the SDG 6 data portal or the Global Analysis and Assessment of Sanitation and Drinking Water, or GLAAS. Number 2. Share. Post World Water Day social media assets using the hashtag World Water Day to generate debate and raise awareness. Create your action list. Choose and share what you're going to do to help solve the water and sanitation crisis. And finally, act. Every year, tens of thousands of people get involved in World Water Day in the run-up to the 22nd of March. Share photos from your activities using the hashtag #WorldWaterDay. Some examples of activities include translating the action list into your own or another language to engage even more people in the campaign. Think about what water and sanitation mean to you and make an artwork, song, or film as inspiration to others. Organize a talk in your school, university, community, office, or organization to start a conversation on water and sanitation. Remember, these are some of the many activities that people around the world can undertake on World Water Day or leading up to it. The most important thing that we should be doing is to get the message out. You are the most important element of the World Water Day 2023 campaign. Join millions of other people and share key messages with your friends, family, and colleagues. Use the assets from the below website to start conversations and raise awareness of these crucial issues. www.worldwaterday.org